look at this, it reminds me
awesome.
of other things that I learned in school that I didn't know what the hell they meant. So I left school and went on to real life. Come on, what is that? Appearance backend, viewer simulator, viewer C, viewer B, agent appearance data. Wow, that's so NSA, I can't understand it at all. And just so you know, if you look at the stage down below, the most popular virtual world in the world with 20 million online at any moment, they look like this, okay? This is what they look like. I just want you to see what they look like. This is it, the number one. It's called Habbo. It's in China. This is it. Notice that only a couple of them look almost Chinese.
That makes sense.
Wow. Let's all go there and do the show next week.
Yeah, Habbo. All right, let me see.
It'll be a field trip.
Yeah. Anyhow, welcome everybody. Yeah. To another
Get on my drunk box.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Another
I'm not
Tuesday,
completely together tonight because I have to tomorrow practice euthanasia on my first life friend or her or somebody. Yeah, we got to put the
I
dog
don't want to
down
be your friend
tomorrow.
in first life.
So I don't know. Should I bring? What do you do? I mean, you don't want to pay the $250 to vets if you're going to do it yourself. I've been looking online. How do you do it yourself?
No.
You don't think one should do it themselves?
One last walk through the woods with the shotgun, my friend.
No. And then
That's
you
what I
got
did
the
to mine.
ashes
Do you
put
give the
in
dog a
little
special last
thing.
meal tonight or something? Or do they
Yes,
know
yeah,
if all of a sudden
Yes,
you
you
give them
totally
their
give
favorite
them a
food?
last meal.
You give
Last
you
meal
give
and a
fried,
cigarette, right?
fried chicken and a cigarette.
Bring it to one of our shows. It'll die of boredom.
Flagstone's pillowcase and river. You're horrible. Magic, you're sadistic.
Exactly. By the way, isn't this fun? I mean, this is unbelievable. We're now in the sunshine viewer, okay? This is everybody's in the sunshine in order to see this stuff. But what I found with Second Life is they're tricky now. In the old days, okay, I don't know if how many of you remember this, but in the old days, they used to, right? You have Update Wednesday. How many of you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I
Yep.
do.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
When all the shenanigans
Now, if
happen.
you notice, all of a sudden, they update you when you don't know it. You try to get in World, they go, sorry, we're updating your viewer. Right? Have you noticed that
Right.
lately?
Yeah.
You can't get in. And I know what they're doing. This whole updating your viewer is because they're in World stealing shit from your inventory. And they can't let you
That's why all that stuff's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent I don't know. I spent thousands
where
and
my hair
thousands
went.
of real dollars on shoes that no longer fit in Second Life. What is that all about? Okay.
That's right.
I mean, that's terrible. I wouldn't mind, if I was retaining water, but this is just pixels. Shouldn't be that difficult.
Hey, wait.
Oh, lag.
Yeah.
Really? You got me dancing all over.
Who's dancing all over?
Haley, she put
Haley?
me on
Oh.
a dance thing.
Oh, a dance thing.
Oh,
There's
sorry.
a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
all right.
Probably
That's
wearing
right.
her thingy.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And,
my diet, Tim.
Egypt arrested the spiritual guide of the Islamist party. So that means for those of you who really want to help them out, you're going to have to sell them a little white cane with a red tip on it because they lost their spiritual guide.
Oh, dear God.
That's really pretty terrible. That's not good at all.
So convicted
Oh,
Muslim.
that's not good at all. Okay, that's it. Right, did that go out? Did the tweets go out? All the tweets are out and everything. That's it. We've invited everybody in. Let's
You're
see what else
screwed.
is going on. What?
I said you're screwed. Everyone's here.
Everybody's here, so now we have to do this, Yeah. This morning, 7 a.m., the phone rang, and when I answered it, it was a male voice saying, "Is this Miss Lauren Whalen?" So it's like 4 a.m. where I am, so I said, "Who the crap is this?"
Dials a phone at 4 a.m.
This is Philip Linden, and I would like you to stop asking whether I am your father or not. Demurely, I answered, "Dad?" And then I woke up. Oh yeah. So who's your daddy? Anybody know who their daddy is here in Second Life, or who's your mommy? You know, does Philip go to sex clubs and simply have sex with all the various people, and that's where we come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Possibility. I have to tell
Cloning
you,
is
I'm so
alive and
tired
well
of people
here.
complaining about Second Life. You hear people go, it's lagging, I'm all gray, I can't hear the music. He doesn't sound like a girl. Boring.
I can't get my cock to work.
All I had to do was say cock, and that's the end. Huh?
But it looks good. I mean, you know.
I just had my
looks good, but it
401
doesn't work.
retirement
Pretty good.
account checked out. Yeah, I had them do an entire analysis of it. They told me I have to die within a year. Right.
I might have to
That's a
crash.
good one. They always say, oh, we're going to beat
There's
order.
lightning.
Yeah.
The lightning.
Exactly. Oh, right outside the house. Gotta
excuses.
go.
I brought them
Lightning.
to a sleazy comedy club, so I had to TP out.
All right, let's hear some of the best ones. What are some of the best things you've ever said to get out of a Second Life? Lightning.
There's someone in my house.
There's someone in my house. Oh, look.
Hello.
Feed my cat.
I have a spouse. Holy shit, I gotta go.
I'm thinking more along the lines of intruder, but
Okay, here's a true one. My dog is having an epileptic fit. That works.
Oh.
They go, oh. See? They go, oh.
Hey, Dr.
doggy?
Fran, you've told me you've had to feed your cat.
Ooh.
rejected.
Well,
I think my viewers are
Busted.
Hey guys, have you ever asked a girl in Second Life, does your ass look that like in First Life? You ever asked that? No, probably, right? Yeah. And by the way, Hobo Island, where a lot of people come from and stuff like that, I don't know if you've been there, but that's the original set for The Lost. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you. I have one really good friend in Second Life. I know she's a good friend because I can hear the ice tinkling in her glass in First Life. Remember when they only allowed you to have 25 groups? And they got rid of
God.
that complaint, didn't they?
Yeah.
Have you used up all your groups? Anybody used up all their groups?
Yes,
Oh,
I had to
gosh.
delete one
Yeah,
today.
Yes, I did
close,
actually.
see, now they
You
need
did.
shopping, friends.
Right. Oh, yes,
Sex
they should have
shops.
tabs. Oh,
Yes.
let's get Facebook to do this. Okay, right. Here we go. That's the thing about Facebook now. I can't stand any of this shit. If I happen to anywhere on any computer in the world look at a product, no matter what it is, and then I open my Facebook page,
Yes.
there's an ad. Do I want to buy it? I mean, how the hell do they know that?
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't have my
showing me
phone with me. I
hotels in
walked
Rome.
past-
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the story on that?
They steal your soul.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I have
I don't want to
hostess
meet somebody
more
from
groups.
Facebook or Google and say, I know some shit about you that I haven't said yet. I'm going to tell on you, yeah. So anyhow, we've got a lot of comedians and we've got some music coming up and we have a lot of fun. It's the end of the summer, so we're going to start. This is actually would be the beginning of the 7th season, but we're going to call the beginning of the 7th season right after Labor Day because it's always
Right,
nice when
okay.
people go back to school, like everybody in Second Life, because they don't have a job in First Life. So go back.
Yeah.
Time to go back to school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So I was really shocked, by the way. Yeah, I got a middle name. How many of you have a middle name now in Second Life? I got a middle name. Do you have a middle name?
Frigna.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
And then
come
if you get married, you can have a last name. So I figured this is it. Lauren, Elizabeth, Whalen, Darling. That just comes out to lewd if you spell it out, but it's all right.
Appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the
And
shoe
Apple's coming out with their new product, September 10th. Have you heard about this? Yep, the very new product for people. It's special. It's going to be a big thing about Second Life. Yeah, it's the first Mac that comes with a built-in toaster and microwave and refrigerator right in the damn Mac. It's incredible. Since you don't need that slot any longer on the slide, you can just put toast in there. It comes right out, or a hot pocket if you're not.
Hey, I'm signing up.
Yeah. For those of you who've been in Second Life so long, have you ever wondered, are there still people in First Life? I sometimes have to go to the window, see cars go by, and then wonder, are they being driven or are they just robotic?
Yeah, I went outside. There was somebody walking
Google
past. I
has
put
cars
my
that
hand
drive
up to look at him.
themselves.
He took a swing at me.
Yeah. Yeah. What happens when Google finally has cars that drive themselves? Will we send them out just for fun? Well, just go drive around for a little while and come back when
with
you're
everyone.
done. What?
Just fuck with everyone.
Yeah, it's great. Can you imagine seeing a car go by with no driver? Now imagine seeing 100 of them on the highway in a traffic jam and you're the only one sitting behind a wheel.
I would never leave my house.
Oh, God, yeah. Unbelievable.
shit.
Send it out. I want my car to go out. Go down to Domino's and get me a pizza.
Yeah.
You can see it's coming, right? I mean, it's absolutely coming, right? We're having a blast. We're having a good time today. Hey, Zola Zoom, how you doing? Yeah. So, let's see what else was going on around here today.
I crashed.
Who
What is
crashed?
that? There's a train coming from here.
I'm back.
What the hell is that? Somebody's got a fan on or something.
She's driving a train to Toronto. It's all good. She gets free flights.
Oh, free flight? So good, yeah.
That's how bad of a driver she is. It just flies in the air instead of on the rails. It's all good.
Do you remember when the Second Life Marketplace used to be the Second Life Exchange?
SL Linden Exchange.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. His wife was so upset. She thought he was going in for a sex exchange. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was a real big deal. I think maybe that's why they changed it. I don't know.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. And you know why vegans are so lazy? How many of you know why vegans are so lazy? Anybody?
They don't have any protein.
No, because they don't eat things that don't have a prayer in hell of running away from them. They only eat things that have a prayer in hell of running away from them. Sorry. They're what you call lazy hunters, gatherers.
Oh, here was what I found on the ground. Here we go.
Yeah. How many of you remember, like, when you first were, like, in Second Life, or maybe even before that, when you'd make a typo, you stopped and you backtracked and you corrected it and everything else? Do you remember those days?
Yes, I
Yep.
still do it.
You do that? Yeah, now you
Yeah.
just send it out. Some of us just send it out. It doesn't mean anything. You go like balloon and it comes out like blow you and shit like that.
Then it becomes comedy for us and we can use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. We don't even fix them in First Life anymore. Remember, you used to put dear so-and-so, write it like a letter, sincerely, with your name. Now you go, fuck you, don't write me anymore.
I never went that far.
Fix that. Who is it?
Who is this?
It's a fan, is what it is. Someone's a
It's
fan
a
of your
fan.
line.
Holy shit, what are you running there, Craig?
Lauren has a fan.
He's running one of those old DOS supercomputers he modified to play SL. It's all good.
I sent a note into concierge services in Second Life. I said, they want to know what was wrong. I said, I think I have cellulite on my legs. That didn't make it for him, I know. Yeah. And glitch pants. Don't you love glitch pants? Remember those? Now,
Yep.
instead, they got mesh, so it's like, whoa, I can see all the way through outer space. What the hell is that? I mean, who came up with that? Oh, yeah, please. I mean, that ruins the whole concept of you guys standing by escalators, doesn't it?
Yep.
It destroys the... I actually, early on in Second Life, this was funny because you know we can all cam and stuff. So I went to one of the stores,
You can cam?
stores, and they had they had an escalator, and there was this guy standing by the escalator, right? And I realized what he was doing. He was standing there, and so when the girls went up the escalator, he was looking up their skirt, and he cammed them all down. It's just pathetic when you think about it.
That's great.
Old traits are hard to kill. All right.
Yeah, it's all crackly and stuff.
I don't know. Could be you. Could be somebody is crackly. Whatever.
I'm just mugging somebody. It's
Whoever's
all good.
crackly, would you
Shut
turn
up!
off your mic? Unless you'd like to do that, then it's all right. So, How many of you
dear.
saw that? We also last week we had an upgrade on the terms of service. Did any of you guys notice that at all?
Yeah, I had to reapply for that.
Yeah. So I like
Yeah.
this. You know, always the longest part is the part about dispute resolution and arbitration. You know, it's never like easy.
Yes.
You know, it never can be just simple. And this part was great. I thought this was 10.2. The applicable law and venue is in San Francisco, California. Okay. So I thought, oh, good. I should have an arbitration. Then I can go there and relax and have some fun. You know, maybe get some sushi or something, right? It says, you agree that this agreement. Don't you love when they write that? You agree that this agreement. If it's an agreement, I've already agreed, okay? Lawyer, what the fuck is that?
You agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the relationship between you and Linden Labs shall be governed by the laws of the state of California without regard to the conflict of law principles or the United Nations. So basically, Linden Labs said, fuck you to the United Nations.
They are the
reasonable
United
look.
Nations, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, it's great. Anyhow, I could go through that whole thing. Sometime I'll do another whole show on that. That thing is hysterical. You start reading that thing, you start to laugh so much, you know.
I just agreed. I
God,
didn't
you
read
should
it
see.
yet.
There's a whole section on, you know, if you go up to an avatar and you touch her or something, that's it. I mean, it's that section you don't want to know. You go read the whole thing, you'll find out all about that stuff, right? I'm not going to tell you too much. About it.
People used to get banned for pushing other residents.
Yeah.
Pushing,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
pushing.
Yep.
So
I remember
ran
that.
into a suicide bomber in Second Life. Have you ever run into one of these guys? They're on Facebook. Yeah. He kept blowing himself up at some heavily populated sim, but he seemed so unhappy. So I said to him, I said, why? He said, I thought if I became a suicide bomber in Second Life, I'd get 77 virgins. But instead, all I get is eternally re-rezzed. You know?
That was bad.
Yeah, that's really bad, right? Yeah, I'm waiting for Third Life. Aren't you guys? Don't you think that's great?
You know, they'd be playing a video game in Second Life.
I can't wait. I want to see all those
Something
guys
like
blow
Tiny
themselves up.
Empires.
Yeah.
They got 77 virgins. Would you take out the trash? Oh, wait, don't do that. La, 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 la. You can see what's going to happen there. You just remember, God can be very, very funny.
Anyone?
Have any of you ever wished you had a different name when you first logged on?
Yes.
I mean, you know, I saw one guy, he put his name as Penishead McGriff, and he's been in here for years. All right, well, I'm not going to take any more time. We got so many people to come up here, and then we have Barbara Horsley coming up. I think next on the list should be, you know what, who hasn't come early on in a long time is Doc. Doc, you ready to get up here?
Let's bring Doc on.
Hey, Doc.
Hey,
Come on up
Yeah,
here.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Bring on the Doc.
Bring on the Doc. Ooh.
For the record, 3 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, 1 cock. That's my inventory, okay? Just so you know. Okay, now, before I get into the news this week, we already announced it, but I'll reiterate. Linden Labs has nearly finished rolling out their Project Sunshine, or Sunshine Up My Ass, as I call it, which employs server-side assets, or SSA. Known better by us as Sunshine Sucks Ass, this new system is supposed to allow faster rezzing of people and objects for the SL user and reduce lag. So tonight, for all of my gray, half-gray, and orange cloud friends, I bid you welcome. Now, Haley's in good company. Not only can we not see mesh, we can't see shit, okay? Now, I have an update on a story I brought you a couple months ago. Remember the dog, the German Shepherd named Thor, who was scheduled to be put to death by Danish authorities for defending his master and basically doing what a dog is supposed to do, okay? Now, if you recall, a Danish policeman impersonated a dog officer and removed Thor from the vet clinic where he was being held, and he hit him, okay? And this caused him to lose his job and sparked riots. Riots. Can you hear Danish riots? In the country. From dog owners who say the laws on dogs are too strict. Well, now, because I'm a journalist, I have word that Thor has been smuggled out of the country, okay? Rumor has it that for a time he was holed up in the Moscow airport PetSmart, and he's said to be sick of eating only milk bottles. He was finally allowed to leave after receiving rabies vaccination papers from the Russian government, and he's now reportedly living in Argentina with Hitler and Jim Morrison. He's working on his autobiography. His autobiography is titled Mein Hund. He's joined Amnesty International with Bono, and he's thinking of starting a rock group, the working name of the group being One Dog Night. So that is the update on Thor. Okay, now, how bad has it gotten for San Diego Mayor Bob Filner? Okay, here we go.
Oh, God,
Even
that
Hooters, the restaurant chain criticized for its scantily clad waitresses, says he's no longer welcome. The chain's downtown location in San Diego joined a campaign by a local radio talk show host who's urging businesses to post signs in their window that declare Filner persona non grata. The signs note that the mayor, quote, will not be served in this establishment, and, quote, we believe women should be treated with respect. Now, in a statement posted on Twitter, Hooters said the restaurant acted on its own. Quote, our Hooters girls in San Diego have spoken. Not a corporate gig, but we support our girls. Now, how bad is it, ladies and gentlemen, when a company that takes its name from exploiting women's breasts won't serve someone because they think women are degraded? Okay? It's like Cheech and Chong saying Willie Nelson's a pot-smoking freak, okay? Now, in an unlikely show of solidarity, the adult film industry is standing with Hooters in their refusal to service Mayor Filner.
Service.
Famous female porn star Jenna Jameson, who is documented as having sex with over 3,000 men and 2,500 women, was quoted as saying, no. What more can I add to that, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But, contacted by her publicist for clarification, he said she feels she'd rather have sex with the New York mayoral candidate because, quote, at least you know where that wiener's been. Well, hell, I think everyone knows where that wiener's been. Okay.
Oh, dear God.
Now, think about this. Can you imagine the life of a porn star, right? I mean, you and I have jobs, some of us anyhow. We go home and we talk to our husbands, our wives, ask us how our day was, okay? Well, can you imagine what a female porn star's day would be like? He comes in the house. How was your day, Jenna? It sucked. I've been taking it in the ass here for so long, I don't know why I stick around. Damn it, honey, I've been telling you, those people have been fucking you for years. It's just one dickhead after another in your face. Yeah, well, they really bent me over the table today. 5 or 6 of them ganged up on me, but I blew them off and ended up on top of the heap. That's my girl. Give me a big kiss, but gargle first, okay? Okay. Here's another one. AOL CEO Tim Armstrong told employees Tuesday he's sorry for publicly firing an employee for taking a photo during a conference call. Did you hear about this? But the guy is still fired. On Friday, Armstrong was leading a conference call to discuss the future of AOL's hyperlocal news network called Patch. And the creative director of Patch, Abel Lenz, reportedly tried to take a photo, and Armstrong fired him on the spot, and everyone on the conference call heard it. His response was, it was an emotional response at the start of a difficult discussion dealing with many people's careers and livelihoods. AOL is considering cutting the number of Patch employees from 900 to 600, which means Armstrong's going to have to hold 299 more meetings to get the company payroll down to where he wants it. Now, it's safe to go back in the water again, at least in Scandinavia. Here's another story. A warning over the weekend for male swimmers off the coast of Denmark and Sweden to protect their private parts because of a testicle-munching fish. Appears to have been a joke that got out of hand. After a Danish fisherman caught a South American pacu among his eels and perch, a professor at the Copenhagen Museum of Natural History told men to be careful because the fish sometimes mistakes male reproductive organs for tree nuts, one of their favorite foods. Last time I checked, nuts were not meat, so I guess it's a hoax after all. Wednesday, however, Mueller said he was joking and never meant for his warning to go get so much publicity. William Fink, a piranha researcher, poured water on the pacu warning, saying, for one thing, pacus are vegetarians. So I guess, ladies, there's more of a threat for you if the fish mistakes your breast for melons. So beware if you swim in Denmark, okay? Now, Alex Rodriguez is becoming the guy you find it easy to hate with all his back and forth Major League Baseball bullshit over the Yankees, over his doping scandal, and it spawned its share of A-Rod jokes. So here's a couple of them. What is an A-Royd cocktail? An overpriced drink that's best before October. Why did A-Rod break up with Kate Hudson? He couldn't live through another screening of Fool's Gold. Why did A-Rod's wife file for divorce? Because she claims A-Rod abandoned her and she deserved to be treated better than the Yankees in October. Why did A-Rod feel the need to take steroids? Every day he woke up feeling half-assed and he wanted to be asshole. Why did A-Rod feel like Captain Sully Sullenberger? Because he likes to he likes to land his jet in the Hudson every night. That would be Kate Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. Why does Madonna and A-Rod make a good couple? They go well together since he hit 50 the same year that she did. New Yorkers are doing whatever they can to avoid catching the flu. Today, A-Rod's cousin injected him with vitamin C. A-Rod has allegedly told his friends he's over Madonna and under her and behind her. And a New York model has revealed that A-Rod has a huge foot fetish. Hardly surprising considering he spent most of his career with his own foot in his mouth. Now, for my final trick tonight, around the world, here's the late night lightning round. 62% of New Yorkers said they are embarrassed by the sex scandals of Anthony Weiner. Weiner said, "Let me know when that number reaches 69. San Diego Mayor Bob Filner has been accused of sexual harassment by 14 women. And now there's a hotline that has been established to take any new sexual harassment claims. The number is, write it down, 1-800-HOW-IS-THIS-GUY-STILL-MAYOR. San Diego Mayor Bob Filner left his sexual harassment rehab program a week early. He said, quote, "I'm mostly cured. I only grab one boob now." North Korea, this is a true story, has announced it's developing its own smartphone. Unfortunately, the phones are so smart they've already escaped from North Korea. As part of her anti-obesity campaign, First Lady Michelle Obama is releasing a hip-hop album. The name of the album is Fat Beats for Fat Kids. Now, some unelected activist judge has rejected stop frisk on the bizarre theory that minorities have the constitutional right not to be stopped at random and manhandled by strangers, despite the fact that when the Constitution was written, minorities had yet to be invented yet. Think about that one. The new iPhone is coming soon. It's going to have a new feature that actually keeps track of your every movement. Then President Obama is like, right, new feature. Yesterday, Obama met with the Prime Minister of Greece at the White House. When he heard the leader of Greece was there, Joe Biden said, "John Travolta's here? Where?" Yesterday, President Obama met with the Greek Prime Minister to discuss reforming Greece's economy. President Obama talked with the Prime Minister of Greece about the economy. Actually, it's called The Blind Leading the Blind. Anthony Weiner has released a 19-page booklet on how to improve life in New York City. It can be one page. If he wants to improve life in New York City, move to fucking New Jersey. A man in Colorado wants marijuana to be classified as a vegetable. I just have to say that's an ingenious way to get Americans to stop smoking pot. Now, I guess you all heard about this terrorist threat that the president warned us about. One of the reasons Al-Qaeda is upset with the U.S. is because we're giving aid to Yemen. You know what I say? We don't have a choice. When life hands you Yemen, you give them Yemen aid. The Mars Curiosity rover is celebrating. That was a good one. The Mars Curiosity rover is celebrating its first anniversary on Mars. So far, in the year it's been there, it's sent back 70,000 photos. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's still less than Anthony Weiner has sent out. And before they went on vacation, Congress voted to exempt themselves from Obamacare. They gave themselves a special exemption because they thought it was, quote, too expensive. So the people who voted for Obamacare, for us, voted to exempt themselves from it. Okay. You know how doctors take the Hippocratic Oath? Congress apparently is taking the Hypocritic Oath. And finally, the New York City Department of Education says that only 26% of the city's students passed the English portion on a recent exam. But on the bright side, they're too bad at math and to realize how bad that is. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.
Bravo, another great night. Don't you love the doc? The doc is great.
I missed the doc. I missed you, doc.
Is great.
Thank you.
Don't fall on your way off stage.
So here you go. These are some of what people think the best jokes in India are. In India, okay? teacher lecturing on population, and every 10 seconds a woman gives birth to a kid. The young man stands up and says, "We've got to find her and stop her." No. So here's another one. Sada says, "Why are all these people running?" The man says, "This is a race and the winner will get a cup." Sada says, "If there's only the winners getting the cup, why are the others running?" Okay. Teacher,
blonde.
I killed a person. Convert this sentence into future tense. Sada, the future tense is you will go to jail. Saja was filling an application for a job. He was not sure as what to be filled in the column salary expected, so he just wrote yes.
Smart ass.
Postman, I've come 5 miles to deliver you this packet. Sada, why did you come so far? Instead, you could have posted it. I'll only do a couple more because we got a lot of other comedians. Sada's wish, when I die, I want to die like my grandpa, who died peacefully in his sleep, not screaming like all the other passengers in the car he was driving.
I love that joke.
Fuck.
Sada was writing something very slowly. Friend asked, "Why are you writing so slowly?" Sada says, "I'm writing to my 6-year-old son, and he can't read very fast."
Oh, Jesus.
Grown.
What's going on tonight? I want to make sure I thank everybody who's here, and I don't know if I have a chance to do that tonight because we're going to bring up Catboy last in just a minute. But here's a few more just for you. Son said, "Mom, when I was on a bus with Dad this morning, he told me to give up my seat to a lady." The mother says, "Well, you've done the right thing." "But, Mom, I was sitting on Daddy's lap." A father to son after exam, "Let me see your report card." "Son, my friend just borrowed it. He wanted to scare his parents."
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just finish up one more, and then I'm going to bring up Catboy. Yeah. An old man driving down the freeway. This is for you, Think. His car phone rings. Answering, he hears his wife's voice urgently warning him, "Herman, be careful. I just heard on the news there's a car going the wrong way on Route 280. Please be careful." "It's not one car," said Herman. "It's hundreds of them." Okay, let's bring up Catboy. Okay, Catboy,
right.
you ready?
Let's see if I can one up there.
Yeah, come on, Catboy. And then we're going to get a Barbara Horsley. Barbara, you're coming up next, so just relax, and that's that. Okay.
In case you're
Go
wondering,
on,
I
Catboy.
am not the evil twin of Shirley Temple. Okay. Just so we get that out of the way.
Are Shirley Temple.
Temple.
Oh, dear God.
I like what Doc said. You're giving me a toothache.
I'll be right.
Anyway, what's in the news? Did you hear the other day in Florida, a whole mess of people dialed 911 because their cable went out right in the middle of an episode
Yes.
of Breaking Bad?
Oh
That
my
actually
God.
did happen. A whole mess of people, and it was in a brand
Really?
new episode. Yep. Now the police posted in Florida. They posted a message on their Facebook page warning people not to use 911 for non-life-threatening emergencies. They need those lines open for real emergencies in case, like, if Netflix ever goes down when I'm watching Orange is the New Black.
Right, exactly.
Damn straight.
You got it. I agree.
Anyway, I want to ask people here, how many people here think that you are reasonably smart? Who thinks you're smart? You don't have to raise your hand because you don't have that jet.
Be.
Yeah, like, well, you know, book smart or street smart or you're good at trivia or solving puzzles. I mean, everybody here is computer literate, so you got a lot up on other people. But we like to think we're all, at least reasonably smart. But I'm telling you, if you think they're smart, there is one thing that will humble you quicker than getting into an astronomy themed rap battle with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Buy a kitten. I mean it. Buy a kitten. This tiny little 3-pound animal, I just got one, by the way, has only been on this planet Earth for a few months, and it will outwit you quicker than a preteen configuring their new game station. These kittens are born into the world as nature's sneaky little ninja. Like, I'm trying to keep him indoors because I don't want him to go outside and get lost or anything, but I have an older cat that I always let out whenever he wants, and the problem is when I open the door, he's, like, right there. Just, boom, he gets out. Like, one time he was hiding underneath I tried to let Norton out the basement door because, he's not going to see that one, and then turns out the whole time he was hiding underneath the water heater. It just goes, shoom, he's out there. just to prove that that he's like a little Houdini. Here, I want to show you something that I bought for him. Right? Has anyone gone to a pet store and they have these machines that will engrave a custom tag for you with your pet's name on it, right? And they cost about $20. So that's what I did.
And
I put $20 in this machine. Yep, heart shape and whatnot, and I put Nelson's name on it, right? This is what was on one side, and my phone number's on the other side. And he got out of this collar in 5 minutes. And the guy said, "Oh, just leave like 2 fingers under the collar." But not only did he get out of the collar, just to prove a point, this is what he did to it afterwards. He chewed up the end of it so it would be impossible to put the collar back on him ever again.
Well, there's how smart he is.
Yes. And this is just a tiny little thing that has only been on planet Earth for like 2 or 3 months. And this is how smart he is.
Yeah.
But these things are, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but that's 10 years for you or I.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Now, another thing that's going on recently, I'm going to tell you a true story. I've been volunteering to help people out with their scripts, and a lot of people are complaining that one of the reasons why Second Life doesn't grow as much as it could is because there's not enough support out there for newbies and beginners to learn any new scripting or building skills. They're saying there's not enough teachers out. I have heard that. Okay. Now, the latest person I went to help who needed help with scripting, and this is an absolute true story, it was a simple menu they needed to. The guy TPs me over, and as soon as I arrive, the first thing he does is he says, "Sit here and wait, I gotta go get lunch." Really? Just buggers off to get lunch, so I'm just sitting here waiting on him. You know what? And I can tell from the start of the conversation, all right, this is a train wreck, so let's see how bad the train wreck. So I just stick around for the hell of it, saying, all right. So he buggers off for 20 minutes, and when he comes back, he gives me the script that he wants me to fix. I thought, could you have given me the script before you left for lunch, so I just wouldn't be sitting here twiddling my thumbs? And he just types this in. He's just, he's not in voice. He just goes, "Oh, ha, ha, didn't think."
Yeah, right.
Oh, ha, ha, didn't think,
That's very clear.
And I thought, is English your second language? Because I know courtesy's not your first language.
Yeah.
My God. But
Wow.
another thing that that this guy did, and this is something that other people do, and it's not that big of a deal, and that is, let's say people give me a script that they want me to fix, or maybe an object they're having trouble with. Now, guess what they do 9 times out of 10? What most people do? They forget to make it full perm. So I can't like. That's perfectly natural. That's not a big deal. I give stuff to other people all the time, and it's like, whoops, it's not full perm. So it's not a big of a deal. So all right, you gotta. Yeah, so you just gotta go in there to the properties and click those little boxes and whatnot. No, this is the part I don't understand. I have people who give me scripts who intentionally do not give me full perm permissions because they're afraid I'm gonna steal their shit. So it's like, what? Why did you even hand it to me in the first place? And it's like they want you to guess how it's not working. And it's like, you gotta be kidding me. So you're supposed to just say what's wrong with it, and I'm supposed to just give you the answer, right? Just pull it out of my butt without even seeing the script in the first place. And the last time I said this to this one guy who was helping, here, I'll show you what he said. He typed this in. You mean you can't? I'll just say it. It'd take too long to type it. But how was it? He said, I wrote it down here, but unfortunately it's on another computer. He just goes, what the fuck? You mean you can't guess? What the fuck good are you? Stop wasting my time. I'm going to report you, asshole. And then it finishes with God bless you. Now I know.
Okay.
I've been talking to a Brazilian this whole time. Now I know that I've been talking to a Brazilian this whole time. Because that's what they say. They always, whenever they insult you, they always follow up with God bless you afterwards. It's because I think when they say asshole too quickly, it sounds like a sneeze. Like, asshole! God bless you. And that's all I have for tonight, everybody.
That's it? Bravo! Way to go. Fantastic. And Barbara Horsley, you can get up and start setting up on stage if you want, okay? And we've got the last few minutes. You'll let us know, Jamie, when it gets into whatever it gets into, right?